a you and Jesus time Sunday, a relaxing Sunday. To go stupid was tea. Her like run up.
Yeah, I told my nigga I'ma drop the jewels on them. You gotta go through this shit here with your heart. You can't snooze on it. It's bad, you better get rid of it or lose on it. I know you heard that old saying about
Yo, to my real ones. Hey y'all. So y'all. Yo, to my real ones. Happy Sunday, y'all. Sorry to my real ones. I did record this on Sunday, but I did not get it up in time. But definitely stay tuned and keep watching. I hope you guys have had a blessed Sunday, great Sunday, powerful Sunday, all of that Sunday, okay? A God Sunday, a Jesus Sunday, a you and Jesus time Sunday, a relaxing Sunday, a blessed Sunday, a beautiful Sunday, babes. I hope you had a Sunday of Sundays, but for real. Welcome back to my channel, you guys. If you guys are new here, I just want to say, yo, welcome to the channel. And if you guys are returning to the channel, yo, welcome back to the channel for the real ones, realest YouTube channel. And if you are just breezing through, sis or bro, come on through because we've been waiting on you. You on CPT time and we're tired. So let's go. Hit that like, comment, and subscribe button, you guys. Make sure you guys are interacting with a real one. I love when you guys interact with me because that lets me know you guys are loving the content, okay? And your girl is definitely trying, all right? Definitely. So, y'all, we have not had a story time in about a good week or so. And, yeah, so it's basically time for another story time, for sure. Y'all might get two tonight, not even sure, but we not playing. Like I said, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, make sure you guys comment below to interact with a real one. As always, I appreciate you guys for rising up with me always, always, always. I appreciate you guys for being real, loving me, and just standing in the paint with your girl, standing 10 toes down because, yeah, loyalty is love. So let's go and get into this video, y'all. So we're about to get into the story time about my first best friend. Yeah, we're still in New Jersey with it, okay? We is going on a timeline. If y'all haven't noticed, I'm taking y'all on a timeline with me. I'm taking y'all on my journey with me to keep rising. So yes, y'all, we are still in New Jersey with it, okay? We're going to be out of New Jersey soon. Y'all, so boom. We are still on Demarest. If you don't know what Demarest is, go back to my most recent story time that actually has some low views. I'm not really sure what's going on with that, but make sure y'all definitely watch that video. Definitely. Sorry if it triggers some of you guys. Definitely. But comment below so we can talk about it. We can talk about it, y'all. We can talk about it. But yes, definitely go back and watch that video. So now we're here in this video and we're still on Demarest Street, Demarest Block, however you want to call it. But we're still in Newark, New Jersey, where I am from. So, y'all, my first best friend, let me get a look. All right, y'all. So my first best friend was a young lady. We are going to name this young lady Gorge. We're just going to name her Gorge, okay? The reason I'm gonna name her Gorge is because sis is gorgeous, period. That was my first best friend. Still have major love for sis. Love you down. She most likely will know who she is if she's even subscribed to my channel. Love you down, no hard feelings, just telling the stories. Okay, y'all, so we're gonna name her Gorge. And all right, so me and Gorge met on Demarest Street, clearly. Me and Gorge met maybe a little bit after I met Big Sis. And Shantae, like I said, go back to that story time. So a little bit after I met Big Sis and Shantae, I met Gorge. Gorge lived 2 houses down from me, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, 2 houses down from me, and we stayed on the same block. Me and Gorge went to 2 separate schools, and we would only be like around each other like after school, on the weekend, stuff like that. And not every weekend we was together because Gorge lived with her grandmother and her mom, but her mom would be kind of back and forth. I'm not really too sure on what sis had going on, don't know her business, but I know that Gorge stayed with her grandmother primarily. That house was her grandmother's, but her mom would stay there too. So, Gorge would go like back and forth between her grandma, her mom, her dad, and stuff like that. So on some weekends, Gorge wasn't around. Those weekends, I was with the boys, or some weekends I wasn't around because I was in Plainfield with my cousins, stuff like that. So anyway, y'all, long story short, me and Gorge was like this. Like honestly, I'm not really sure how we met. But it was just on some like, I don't remember the specifics around how we met, but I do know it was on the block, being the block party. We used to have a lot of block parties. If you from up north, and if you know block parties used to go stupid. Like, we were the originators of the block parties. You ain't never been to no block party for real if you never been to an up north block party. That is a real block party.
Nice.
Love and loyalty. Anyway, sorry, I just had so many memories. But yes, bring the block parties back, the real block parties. But yeah, y'all. So anyway, we met at the block parties because we used to have block parties like every other weekend for real. And I want to say like her grandma and the people that stayed across the street from Gorge was like a building. So it was very odd. Like we stayed in like a house, but it was apartments. Like, that's how some of the housing was up north. Like, but Gorge, she stayed in a house. So her house was a house. It had no apartments in there. And then the apartment that she stayed across from, they was like kind of... Editing Joy here, y'all. It's important to remember these apartments, okay? How my apartment house was. Very weird, I know. But yeah, so y'all, me and Gorge, we started hanging out. I started coming over to Gorge house really all the time. Gorge never came in my house. Her people was a little bit more strict than my mom. And yeah, they just, I don't know, like, they didn't really know my mother. So now that I'm older, I guess it was on one of those, like, you know, it's safer over here because adult is always in the house. And at my house, it wasn't always an adult. I also had an older brother. All of those things. So I get it now, right? I never was mad or anything back then. I do know at some point my mom was just like, why she can't ever come up to your house? And I'm just like, I don't know. Her grandma won't let her, whatever. So, yo, I was going over Gorge grandma's house all the time. Her grandma was cool. Always very nice to me, whatever. Like, we would go upstairs, play Sims. We love Sims. We was hooked on Sims. Like, she really introduced me to Sims because, y'all, Gorge was my first, like, real girlfriend. Like, yeah, I had Big Sis and I had Shantae, but like, they were like my sisters. Like, they was like big sister type vibes. Like, yeah, they were my friends, but they was older. Me and Gorge was like same age. We had the same likes, interests, all of that stuff. We was coming up together type deal. So that was my real first friend, right? I was very happy because, y'all, I was a tomboy, all right? I told y'all already that I was really the only girl always around. My boy cousins, my brothers, like, always around boys. So, like, when I met my friend, like, I was pretty excited about that because now I have a girlfriend. Like, this is weird. Like, this is different for me. Like, cool. Like, now I'm going to start liking girly stuff. Like, I was very intrigued because she was very pretty. Mind you, the name, Gorge. She could dress. She had very good long hair because her family is mixed with Indian, and she was just really cool. She's a Sag. I love the Sages. Me and Sages are like this. Trust. I love me a Sag. So we were really cool, like really, really cool. We had hit it off. Like, if y'all don't know Gemini and Sages, we are twin flames, literally the twin sisters. Like, we are like this for real. Like, so yeah, it was like a match made in heaven. Or so I thought. All right, y'all. So as time goes on, me and Gorge, we still rocking. I'm coming over to Gorge house when I get out of school. On the weekends, like, hey, is Gorge home? Like, no, she ain't home. She ain't da. Okay, cool. We gonna call her Mom Bougie, because baby was very bougie. She's still very bougie, but she was cool, very pretty. Also, I don't know if like her and my mom had the same run-ins with some men back then, but it was like she almost really didn't like my mother. My mama is very gorgeous too, and she don't look her age even still till this day. My mom has always had haters. Not calling Mom Bougie a hater, but it did kind of seem like that. Anyway, it's not about that. So y'all, Mom Bougie, she would like, you know, start to notice that I was always like over the house and stuff. Like I said, me and Gorge, we would be in her room, door shut, like just playing games, laughing, telling secrets, all that type of stuff, y'all. So Mom Bougie, she started noticing that, and she was just like, okay, you know, like make sure y'all leave the door open and stuff like that. Don't be closing the door. Okay, cool, whatever. So y'all, as me and Gorge, we still building our friendship. Our bond is getting stronger and stronger every day. That's my bestie. Like, we are best friends. She told me, like, you're my best friend. Like, all of that stuff, like, we were best friends, bro. So me and Gorge, we used to be outside. Now Gorge, she want to go outside because, y'all, I was a tomboy and Gorge was a pretty girl. Like, she was really a pretty girl. Like, nothing about her was tomboyish. And I was very rugged. Very rugged. So, like, I was very much a tomboy. I wish I could insert a picture just so y'all can see. And if I do find one, I'm going to insert it. But I was such a tomboy. Gorge was getting her hair done. Like, my hair was done, but I had braids all the time. Most of the time. Like, always kept me some braids. Gorge always kept like little bows in her hair and all of that stuff. She would get her nails done and her toes done. My mama was begging me to do stuff like that, and I wasn't going.
Hell no, to the no.
I was a boy. I was a boy, but I didn't like. I was a tomboy, but I wasn't attracted to the female in that sense. If that, like, I did like boys. I wasn't gay, okay? Now, nothing against, like, I wasn't, you know, I wasn't on the spectrum, right? So, y'all, boom. So now time is still going. We still kicking in, playing Sims. Gorge starting asking her, Grandma, can she come outside and stuff? Gorge wasn't ever outside. Okay, y'all, Gorge was in the house, or she was not at the house. She was away on the weekends. Mind you, she didn't go to school around none of us. She had traveled to school. I think Gorge went to a private school, if I'm not mistaken. Like, that's how her parents had her. You feel me? Cool. But me, I was outside. Like, me and my brother, we was outside. So we was the neighborhood kids. Everybody knew us. We knew everybody. Everybody used to come post up on our stoop and all. My mom used to be cussing us out like, don't be having everybody in our stoop, because we just that. So yeah, like, Gorge started asking her grandma could she come outside and stuff. They started letting her come outside. Gorge started being one of the folks. She was hanging out. She was with us, and everybody like, oh, you got Gorge outside. Oh, that's crazy. We ain't never seen you outside. Da, 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 da. Everybody was shocked. So y'all, boom, we have another big block party, y'all. Now at this time, y'all already know I'm on my bully. So like, I already had my fights and stuff. So now I'm like really just, I got a little chip on my shoulder. I ain't even gonna lie. But okay, y'all. So long story short, mind y'all, the girls across the street, the apartment across the street from Gorge, remember I told y'all, Gorge is a house and apartments across the street is kind of like how my apartments is set up. It's a house, but it's apartments. Boom. So in that apartment building, y'all, it was some girls that stayed in that apartment. They was nobody friend. We ain't talk to them girls. We ain't barely even see them girls like that. They would be outside, but they was like weird. Like, I don't even know them like to this day for real. They was just weird. And like, they didn't really have no problem with me because like I said, I was just always outside. I was with the boys all the time. I was just doing me, like really just being me, like was tea. And so, yeah, like, and my brother really did not play about me, like, so nobody was really gonna beef with me. So, like, yeah. And, so, y'all, we had the block party, boom, boom, boom. Now, this is when Gorge is coming outside now. Now, the girls that's over there, they start to notice that Gorge is coming outside now. I told y'all that Gorge was a real pretty girl, like, she had all the latest stuff. Her hair was always done and stuff like that. And we was little, I ain't gonna say little ghetto babies, but we wasn't on Gorge status. We wasn't like that. Like, yeah, I still dressed nice. My mama still kept us up, but Gorge was on another status, honestly. So, cool. That was my bestie, though. And you're not gonna play with my best friend. Love and loyalty, y'all. Love and loyalty. Literally. So, y'all, after the girls had started to see that my girl started to come outside and my girl was starting to hang out, they started getting jealous because now the boys was already liking me because I'm a tomboy. So I'm just outside with the boys and I'm pretty. Face card never declined, Pookie, but never. I was a tomboy, but I was always pretty. So, yeah, like, cool. Like, the boys was already liking me, but not having that. My brother not having that. I wasn't having that because I didn't know what that was about. So, y'all, one day, we chilling. We in front of Gorge house now. We just in front of the gate. The girls come outside and they start, like saying little slick stuff or whatever, like, oh, Gorge, you outside. Just little petty stuff, like when you a child. Like, we was children back then, so I don't even remember word for word of what they were saying, but it was pretty petty. Like, so they was just like poking at her and stuff like that. So me being who I am, I'm just like, y'all can kill it. Like, yo, y'all can kill it. Stop talking to her. Like, what's up with y'all? Like, do y'all want to fight? Y'all, I literally said that. Do y'all want to fight? Like, what? So, boom, nothing happened. All the big kids, like, kind of, you know, died that down. They made that flame go out. So, after that, y'all, after that, I don't really know. Like, me and Gorge was still hanging out, but sometimes we wouldn't be together. And, like, I don't know if these girls, like, had a connection to her somehow, but they was like starting to bully her. So I guess when I wasn't around, they would like make little slick comments and stuff like that. I don't know. But there was another time, y'all, where we had another block party. And so these girls did the same thing. Now they starting to poke at her like, oh, they want to fight her and all of this, that. So I'm like, bro, we can fight. Y'all not going to touch her. Like, run up, get done up, Pooh. Run up and get done. Straight up.
Stop it. Get some help.
So they like arguing back and forth. I'm just running up because at this point, do y'all want to fight? Like, I've never, all of that talking, it's just going to make me be even more mad, and I might go to prison because now, if y'all didn't know, Geminis are like the #1 serial killers in the world. Anyway, but I'm a sweetheart, y'all. That's why I don't be getting mad, because God has more for me, for real. But, yeah, so that, you know, I told them, squabble love, squabble love, squabble love.
Huh?
But yeah, so I'm just like, whatever. But they wasn't about nothing. They wasn't talking about nothing. They ain't do nothing. They ain't drop they nothing. I'm just saying, they ain't drop nothing. They ain't do nothing. All right, y'all. So boom, that happened. Cool. Me and Gorge, we still locked in. Now she like, oh yeah, you my best friend. Like, yes, girl. And now Gorge got a little confidence because her bestie gonna rob her and ain't nobody gonna touch her. Gorge can't bust a grape, but Gorge, I don't know. Gorge might help. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know if Gorge would have helped y'all, because Gorge was not saying nothing bad. She was just like, yeah, like, cute over there, like, not really running up. You feel me? But all good, whatever. Cool. Now, that's something y'all have to pay attention to about me, too, because love and loyalty, yes, love and loyalty all the way, but love and loyalty will get you killed. So y'all stay tuned into these story times. I'm so loyal, it's to a fault. Everybody who loves me dearly in my life always tells me that. My heart is like, it's just, it's bigger. It's almost bigger than the world. And so is my love and loyalty. Unmatched as heck. But anyway, cool, y'all. So now fast forward, boom. Me and Gorge, we still playing our Sims. I'm still coming to Gorge house, da-da-da-da-da. Now, something happened. I come to Gorge house, and the grandma's all acting weird now, y'all. So the grandma's like, okay, y'all going upstairs? Yes. Okay, what y'all be doing? Playing Sims? Just creating Sims? Okay, well, make sure y'all don't close that door. Okay.
What do you mean by that?
Y'all had already told us that we hadn't closed the door since. Cool, noted. All right, y'all. So then that night goes by. Okay, I go home. The next day I go back over there. So now I'm coming back over there, y'all. And Gorge is looking at me like, hey, Renee, like, hey, I don't think you can come over today. Editing Joy here, y'all. She actually talked to me through the screen. She didn't even let me in. My grandma, she not feeling too good, and I just can't really have no company. So I'm like, okay, girl. See you later. I hope everything's okay. Always been a sweetheart. Always been genuine. Cool, I go back home. My mom's like, "Nee, what's on? I thought you was going over Gorge house." Oh, da-da-da. I told my mom, oh, okay, cool. Now me and my brother, we listening to music, finding music on Hotwire and all that type of stuff. I'm just in the house playing with dogs, doing whatever I do. Just being who I am, being creative, just keeping myself busy, y'all. So, cool. So now I'm a little like disturbed because I'm just like, why she acting weird? Like, that's weird. That's just weird. It just was weird to me. Something was off. So I'm starting to vent to my brother. I'm just like, that's weird. Like, so my brother like, I don't know, Neek, maybe they think you gay or something. Just laughing, like joking. He like, you know, you a tomboy, so maybe you just too. No, he was like, maybe you just too rough for that girl. Like, maybe you just too rough for her. You know, you a tomboy, da-da-da-da-da. Whatever. So, y'all, a few days pass. I go back over there. Like, hey, what's going on? So, this time, Gorge lets me in the house. So, this time, Gorge lets me in the house. She's just like, hey, whatever, we're catching up. So, she's like, yeah, I honestly don't think we can be friends no more because I'm not going to lie to you. My mom and grandma think you gay and that you like me. Ooh.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Wait the hecky? Y'all, what the hecky? What the helly? What the? What? So I'm just like, gay. I was very angered by that. Like, I'm not gonna say anger, but it made a whole bunch of emotions come up in me. Like, I was angry and I was very hurt, y'all. I was very sad about that. Like, what? A nigga can't even be themselves. Like, what is going on? So when she told me that, she was just like, yeah, we can't hang. They think you gay. I'm like, I'm not gay. She's like, I don't think you gay. I told them you're not gay because we never did nothing like that. And you never made me feel like you was gay. But they won't listen to me and they think all of this stuff. So y'all, her people basically. So basically, Gorgeous people made us stop being friends because they assumed that I was gay because I was a tomboy. When judgment goes wrong. Never been gay, bro. But they weren't the only ones in my life to ever think I was gay. More stories coming soon about that too. So yeah, y'all, me and Gorge stopped being friends pretty much. She stopped talking to me after that. Like, even in passing, like, it was just nothing. Like, it was cut off because they thought I was gay. So I couldn't be myself. I couldn't be a tomboy because they thought I was gay and that it was gonna rub off on their pretty girl. So turns out, look at me now. I'm still in my tomboy ways a little bit, but if you know me, you know that your girl is way more girly than I've ever thought I would ever be in my life. Like, what? I used to tell my mother I would never get my nails done. My mother is the nail queen. If you know, you know. Now she's getting older, but yes, like, I told my mother I would never get my nails done. So y'all, now if you know, I always have my nails done. They're not done right now because I'm taking a nail break, y'all. So that's why they're not on. But yeah, so that's the story time about how my first best friend became my first ex-best friend because her people thought I was gay. Moral of the story is stop judging people because who are y'all guys to judge? And how about y'all ask a little bit more questions? And that's why I said, y'all, I feel like her mother was also jealous of my mom and maybe they had the same run-ins with a dude or something like that because it was just a little bit weird that now I'm gay and now I can't be friends with my bestie. Like, dang. So yeah, that's how me and my first best friend rose and fell fairly quickly because people be just judging you without even knowing you like that at all, without even trying to get to know you, because they never even tried to get to know me. They judged me, they judged my mom, they judged my brother, all that. It wasn't the first time people judged us, but it's okay because keep rising. Period. Jokes on them for sure. But yeah, y'all, so that's the story time. I hope you guys like this story time. Definitely like, comment, and subscribe. Comment below and tell me, guys, what was y'all first relationship like? First best friendship type situation, and how did that go? Are y'all still friends? Did it break up? What happened? Like, what really happened? Make sure you guys comment below and definitely interact with your girl. I love you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoy this video. And oh, one more thing, make sure you guys follow me on my Instagram at renique.joy___. And I love you guys so much. Happy Sunday again, y'all. Stay blessed, and always, like I say, keep rising. Peace.
Hopped up out there, go, ghost. I've been driving a dead body. I ain't really into nothing, but I spin it like a hobby. I was locked inside the trap.